Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is MegaShadowFist, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. And when we last left off, what were we doing, ladies and gentlemen? We were, of course, doing things, and now we're going to continue to do even more things. But what we're doing is, we just introduced Edgeworth. Edgeworth came in, and we're going to talk to him and do some Edgeworth-like things about the Edgeworth-like rings. You know what I'm saying? Yo, dog. We're just going to continue. From slot 1, it looks like. Load the status, please. You like my rapping skills? I wasn't really rapping, but whatever. So here's Edgeworth with the Lady Von Karma thing for whatever. I guess this is just like the general theme for like, what do you call it? I guess it's just like the general theme for, like people, like, I guess it's both their themes, I guess, but I consider it more Lady Von Karma's theme, because I've never heard this played for Edgeworth with the exception of this section right here. Anyway, but, actually, Julian told me I should present some, like, evidence, like, to see, because, like, apparently, like, Edgeworth's, like, generic, I don't know what this is, response is kind of funny, so let's see. Karen's autopsy report. Another young life lost to the hands of a cruel killer. Okay, no. Oh, actually, he didn't review the evidence, so, okay, well, I guess we're gonna present everything first. Edgeworth, you don't think Athena's the culprit, do you? That's up to the evidence and the truth they reveal, right? And what about the hostage situation? The law will deal with the hostage taker. Remember, we must never stoop to threats or acts of violence ourselves, even if people's lives are on the line. Edgeworth. He may be a stickler for the rule of law, but I have no better ally in this world than him. Okay, space center diagram? Right. Please stop presenting random evidence just to see how that person will react. But that's the thing. I need to see how people will react in order to question them. And what if it's evidence that person isn't privy to? That doesn't happen much. You never change. And I'm afraid I'll never understand your assortment of oddball clients either. Utility knife? Another young one. I mean, but you gotta present random evidence, though. That's how it is. Launchpad one door lock. Right. Security camera video. I mean, like, that saved me so many times. Just like, especially like that was how I used to do things back in the old days and the old games. Like, I would present all the evidence first just to make sure, and then I would talk, do all the dialogue options, and then I present all, like, no, I wouldn't present all the evidence again, but yeah, just one of those things. Because, like, there were just many times where, like, I'd be in situations where, like, I needed to present evidence, and I was lost because I didn't quite know that I needed to present said evidence, and, you know. Anyway, the Hope capsule samples, brought back from some distant asteroid. Risking his own safety, the victim brought them with him from the launch pad. They must have been very valuable. Yes, all nations are itching to get their hands on such materials. Right. This case may turn out to be more than just a murder case, you know. That's fine. Standard issue for us, eh? Come what may, my top priority is to defend my clients. Oh, capsule? Or a statement? Right. Lighter? Hat 1 exhibit? Look at those glasses that he's wearing. Phony phantom bomb. You think you're so cool, Edgeworth. I remember when you wore contacts, Buster. Don't think you're so cool now because you got the glasses. It doesn't work with me, buddy. Katana. Foot of the crime. And that's everything, so let's go and continue the dialogue, I suppose. Talk. The UR1 incident. Not to be confused with URL. I'll start with a brief overview. The victim was a psychologist, Dr. Athena Cykes. Yeah, Athena's mother. 7 years ago, on the 7th of October, her body was found here in this very room, so that would be October 7th, 2020. I have 2 crime photos and the police notes of them for you to see. Oh, that's bro. What a terrible way to This other photo shows the other side of the room, I see. 2 photos, 7-year-old photos added to the court record. 2 photos of the body and crime scene. They were taken by the first person to discover the body. I guess the first body too, technically, because you are a body, sorta. I also have the autopsy report for you. Metis' autopsy report added to the court record. The cause of death was a stab wound to the chest. The weapon pierced the heart, and so death was instantaneous. Okay. Wait, hold on. To the heart, you say? Let me see something real quick. Okay, okay, yeah. Anyway, the murder weapon was the victim's own katana found at the scene. Yes, Detective Fulbright mentioned she was into Japanese culture. Because she's The body was found by a Space Center staff member and 2 police officers. The police were called in because of their sabotage threat at the Hat 1 launch. Yes, Director Cosmos mentioned this too. A few hours after the body was discovered, a suspect was arrested. Hold on, what did he say? By a Space Center staff member and 2 police officers. Okay, the police were called in because of the sabotage threat on the Hat 1 launch. A few hours after the body was discovered, a suspect was arrested. This suspect was Simon Blackwell, a young prosecutor. Simon Blackwell. I hear his trial was over in a flash. Yes, a guilty verdict was declared in only 1 session. Not only did he plead guilty, but there was decisive evidence against him too. The security camera, video, and a photo of the moment of the crime, as I recall. But did Prosecutor Blackwell have a motive? To this day, his motive is still unknown. He insisted he did it, but he would never say why. So that means he must still be hiding something. Right, and there's another aspect of the case that was never revealed to the public. Yeah, I know. The part about the spy, right? No, they wouldn't. It's gotta be something else, I imagine. Right! How on earth did you know about that? Never mind. Because, like, I figured, like, okay, well, you know, like, they wouldn't bother mentioning this again, so it's gonna be something else. Just storyteller logic, but I guess it doesn't always work. Director Cosmos told me after a bit of pressure. He told me espionage and sabotage were behind the Hat 1 miracle. Don't worry! I won't tell anyone! I've always been good at keeping secrets! Well, I might as well tell you now. They really do suspect Blackwell of being a spy. They think he sabotaged the rocket and killed Dr. Cykes to steal the moon rock. But if you could prove that the Hat 2 bombing is the work of the same spy, we can stay the execution? Oh, is that what you call it? You call staying the execution? Interesting. I don't know. It's a possibility. That's why I intend to help you any way I can. Thanks, Edgeworth. Now all I have to do is comb this room for evidence. Let's do it together! Talk. There you go. Examine. There's a lot to examine, though. Nah. I don't like messy things like this. Like, this is just like in Frambo, I have the same problem. There's too much to look at syndrome. It kind of makes me mad. Not really mad, because, like, you know, what's it, the paradox of choice? When you have too many options, you tend to not choose anything, right? You know, it's the exact opposite of the single option aversion, where if you only have one choice, even if it's an attractive one, you tend to avoid it. Anyway, let's see, we got a giant mace thing. This is one heck of a robot. That's not a robot! Oh, I guess this is all part of the same thing. There's something written on it. Is this supposed to be a poem? I cut down anyone who displeases me. I make the rules. I am the law. I cut down anyone who displeases me. I make the rules. I am the law. Did you fight the law, though? I wield the ultimate gavel of judgment. I am Judgetron J202. Really? JT02, by the way. I don't believe we need to bother with that, Pearl. It's not even completed yet. He's right, Pearls. There's no sign of it in the photo from 7 years ago, either. They were building the Hope space probe here at that time. The murder occurred after the space probe had been removed from the room. So it was long gone by the time someone took this picture, huh? But you can see the probe in this newspaper photo! Yes, and you can see the stolen moon rock there, too. That strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture. Note that the same rock is absent from the crime scene photo. Not only that, but before the launch, a very valuable piece of moon rock was stolen.
I hear there's a lot of research in moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every country out there.
So the person who stole it, think it was our spy? I'm sure of it. Dr. Cykes was probably killed because she was a roadblock in their plan. Unfortunately, the government thinks Prosecutor Blackwell is the culprit. Okay, so this is all the same? Okie dokie, then actually, hold on, this is different. Oh, it's got let's get this. Hey, look at this row of rolling cases. I bet the wheels make it easier for people to move heavy research materials around.
I bet they'd be fun to ride around in. We could even probably both fit into the biggest one. I know, we could have Prosecutor Edgeworth push us.
I don't trust him not to push us down a flight of stairs. I guess Edgeworth just didn't hear that, or he doesn't care to comment on it. What's this? It looks like a giant power plug. That wouldn't have been my well, actually, yeah, there's a battery, there's like an electric symbol, yeah. It's attached to what looks like an electric vehicle charging station. That's a charging station for us robots. We come here periodically and charge ourselves up. Wow, machines that maintain themselves, that's pretty cool. If our batteries run out and we lose consciousness, we never know what Mizora will do to us while we're down, you see. Nothing motivates quite like fear, huh? Fear. That was bolded in red. It wasn't bolded, but it was in red font, so we're definitely gonna need to keep note of that. Examine. It's about as clustered as my office, but I think it's a workbench.
Mr. Nick, I think this must be a kitchen. Look at this photo.
Food processor? Are you talking about the, whatchamacallit? The, capsule?
See that cute little food processor?
That isn't a food processor, Pearls. That's the Hope capsule. It was scheduled to be loaded onto the Hope space probe that fateful day. The 3 people who came to collect the capsule discovered the body. The first on the scene, huh? A staff member and 2 police officers, was it? And they were here to collect the capsule. Which reminds me. So they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule, is that right? Yeah, more or less. Say, why don't we stop talking about the case and have a nice cup of tea instead? Apollo and Nora Blackwell? I wonder what they're talking about. Edgeworth, did those 3 people have a bag with them for transporting the capsule? Oh, you mean this? It's a custom-made shock-resistant bag, but how did you know? It actually kind of looks like a lunch bag, like a lunchbox. Oh, I just overheard Apollo making an inquiry about it, that's all. So he's looking into the case from 7 years ago on his own, is he? Hope capsule updating the court record. Hope capsule, it was at the crime scene 7 years ago. It was launched into space and only returned to Earth a few days ago. Let's see. Oh, so that's all like the same thing, eh? Okay. Nothing there. Oh, there's this. Examine. What's this? A giant robot arm, maybe?
It's pretty big for an arm, but you're right. I think these thin parts are finger bones.
Finger bones, or no, not quite finger bones, but
they're even about as long as my legs.
And there's a spiked ball and giant drill on the floor too. Is Aura trying to build some kind of weapon of massive destruction? She said that she wanted to make giant robots, remember?
Maybe she wants to use it to demolish a big building or something.
I can picture her gleefully tearing down the street doing just that. I'd better not think about it anymore. Okay, oh, so we can't go to the right, but we can go to the left. Alrighty then. Geez, what's up with these scientist types and having such messy stuff? Jeez. Okay, let's start on the, let's go from right to left. Okay. An emergency ladder. This must be the one they used during the evacuation. The explosion disabled the elevators, so I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. As Miss Blackwell was climbing down the side of the building, she saw the culprit inside. I wonder which would have been scarier, that or looking down. Emergency ladder added to the court record. It was lowered to the ground from the window of the 4th floor robotics lab. It was used to evacuate special center personnel. Okay, looky then.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Examine. It looks like an operating table. It's in the photo too. Yes, it was here then as well, with the victim's body lying on it.
There's a button here. Oh, I know. I'll try pushing it.
Pearls, don't touch the.
Oopsie.
Gotta go potty.
Oopsie.
Hey, it's moving. It appears to be a robot assembly device.
Disassemble anything in a flash. Push the dismantle button. That sounds pretty neat. Can I push it, Mr. Nick?
Please don't push any more buttons, Pearls. Okay. No, I need to remember that, like, it's not that, like, I have the sound delay because I'm listening to the recording audio, not like the actual audio from my phone. Aura's desk is a mess, though that doesn't surprise me.
Oh, I just want to dive in and straighten it up.
Wait, before you do. Metis. Huh? She just glanced over at her desk. It's Athena Cykes. Plunko, can I talk to you? I really hope he's back to normal. You wish to speak to me, Mr. Wright. If you're going to hit me, please avoid the face area. Hey, don't put me in the same class as that woman. What was Aura like 7 years ago at the time of the incident? When Mother died, Miss Aura was confused. Huh? So he calls Dr. Cykes Mother, but Aura Blackwell Miss Aura. With the loss, she exhibited severe cataclysmic imbalance.
Excuse me? But I have no idea what that means.
It's, a hormone in the brain. Pardon me, searching for alternative expression. She would spend the nights crying and then take out her feelings on those around her. After Prosecutor Black was found guilty, she repeatedly demanded a retrial as well. That is correct, but without new evidence, her requests were ignored. And then, little by little, Miss Aura began to change. She started to hate it when I called her Mama. Before long, she started hating the court system and abusing Plunko, huh? She started.
That murder destroyed so many lives.
As many do. Right, take a look at this paper on Dr. Cykes and Miss Blackwell's research. Plunko and Klunko, they're the robots with hearts that Dr. Cykes created. Every time I say Klunko, like saying Klunko kind of like, I want to say it with a Japanese accent, because like Kuronko, that's what I want to say, but Klunko, I don't know, that's like harder to say for me for some reason. Kuronko, that's just easier. Punko Serio's features can determine the presence of a human with their heartbeat detection system. Huh. Recognizes people by scanning their spacesuit or uniform jacket ID tag. Hey, wait a minute. These are all the things that, Widget can do, right? Can also recognize a person by facial features once the face has been recognized. Can infer people's emotions by analyzing their tone of voice and communicate with them. Yeah, Widget can do the same thing. I mean, that's why I made the connection, because I thought that Widget seemed kind of similar to the robots, so I thought maybe Widget was like a mini version of it. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode.